I think
The studio door is closed.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the unboxing extravaganza of the Anatad Podcast. My name is Nimmer. I've got Warren here, and Marco's here as well. And we are with you live today to unbox the drum roll,
Marco,
the
roll the drums.
$20 watch from Fisher
Mob,
Price.
mob boy. Mob boy.
And
Stupid
it is
mob
all
boy.
plastic.
Oh
And it is
yeah,
the best watch that you've ever seen in your life.
the
And
plastic,
by the way,
fantastic, my man.
I don't want to keep going because I really don't want you to leave. This is actually a much more exciting broadcast, and I can promise there's not that much Well, there's, I guess, half of it is plasticky. I don't know.
What do you have against plastic, man? It's a beautiful
Yes.
thing.
We like to poo-poo the plastic on this show, don't
Yeah, I know.
we? We really do. We love to
Marco in
poo-poo the plastic.
particular. I like to poo-poo my stuff, bro.
Well, no, it's not your stuff. It's just plastic. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Yes, okay. I won't poo-poo it. Don't worry. No poo-poo.
And good afternoon from down under. It's just after 3 p.m. as we go live to you guys there, and hope everyone's having a fantastic, mostly Wednesday, I suspect, although I think we'll probably have a few tuning in from this part of the world. So Thursday for us, of course, Nimmer.
Yes,
It's
I think
Wednesday
we'll end
for
up with a
us.
few people tuning in. If you're not tuning in the live, that is okay. And thank you so much for joining us afterward. Either way, this promises to be a very exciting little podcast.
All right. I think we'll start with the plastic, right, Nimmer?
Sure, we'll start with the plastic.
You know,
That way I can
you
fall
guys like
asleep
to
and you guys can wake
poo-poo.
me up when I'm done snoring.
All right, so this afternoon, this little thing came
We
in
only
the
have one
box.
listener, so that means we'll give other people a chance to come in if we start with your your plastic.
Oh, shit. So this afternoon, I was just sitting down minding my own business, and my wife said, "Oh, you have a package on your desk." I said, "Okay." I didn't even care about it, so I went and got it. And I'm like, "That probably could it be my Pixel?" So I'm gonna tear that
Oh
thing.
God, I hear plastic. Oh, jeez.
No, that's that packaging.
No,
tape,
that's
remember?
definitely cardboard. That doesn't sound like plastic to me yet.
That's just the.
You know,
Oh,
I
is that the
already did
potato
all the
chips
plastic.
again?
Yeah,
No,
it
that's
must
the
be.
potato chips. Yeah.
Come on, guys! Stop the F.
Stop the F. Stop the F. How about the G or the H?
Oh my gosh!
Hey,
You guys
don't
give
make me
such a
have to
bad
check
time.
that expletive box again, baby. Come on.
Okay.
We want to keep that box unchecked this week.
Listen to this box, and it has a little tape that I need to kind of peel off.
Austin wants us to play the sound of the plastic. Well, I hope you heard that, Austin.
Oh my
Definitely
gosh!
heard
And Marco might find something, you know, to glorify plastic.
Anatad says, Nimmer.
No,
check
don't read
on
that
your
out, Nimmer.
end."
You don't need to read that out.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just for you. Yeah.
Well, it is checked, so don't worry.
Yeah. Cool.
All
I
right,
thought I would read it out just in case.
there we go.
You did
So,
post it publicly for everybody to read. So.
Ah, well, there's only
I-
one listener.
I got it. So I believe this is my Pixel 4a.
Oh,
And of course, it is plastic without looking at it. But I'm not gonna poo-poo it. Leave it to Marco to, insult
hey,
my
it's not
little
just me.
device.
Don't solely just blame me. There's a man that's currently residing in Fremont that's been poo-pooing it as well.
Yes, I poo-poo it.
Man, kind of, you hurt my feelings, It really
Well,
does.
you'll get over it.
Do you want me? I'll play some sad music.
All right,
when this
so-
goes. Yeah.
There it is. So right off the bat, I open it up, and of course the phone is sitting there. It was just like I think it's like the 3A. I should have brought the 3A to compare which one is taller or which one is bigger. It is definitely, I'd say maybe a little bit wider than my Pixel 4, maybe, or just about the same. And it has the normal uh, volume and power, on the right hand
It
side.
has a volume. What's a volume?
It has a volume. So the volume is on the right hand side with the power at the top. And then on the top, of course, you have that headphone jack. And on the back, I believe this is the fingerprint reader. It has one big square on the right hand side, just like the Pixel 4, the camera there on the back.
Yeah, but it doesn't have as many cameras, does it? It
No,
just kind of
it
for
just has
show. It's just
the one.
for gimmicks.
Yeah. So I'm going to turn this baby on. And,
He's gonna turn this baby on. Let's see. Let's
uh,
watch it go boom.
I turn that come on, bro. I didn't even look in
Yeah.
the box to see what else is there.
Hey,
Can
we're
we-
even
but,
can
putting
we-
Austin to sleep. He says, "Let's go to sleep."
Can
Oh,
we
no.
hear the vibrations? Because that really excited me last Sunday.
Yes.
no,
Yes. I
no,
want the vibrator.
this did not vibrate. I turned it on and I didn't hear any vibration. So I'm waiting, and
Oh, we have two people listening. Thank you, guys. It is late. Well, maybe early for some of you.
it is late. It's absolutely late. So what I'm gonna do
Vibrator
i-
time.
is instead of the two volume key hold down, I'm gonna try the traditional two finger hold down just to let people know it still works, because you could do either of the two. You could either hold down the two volumes or put your two fingers down to enable accessibility. So I'm gonna choose the holding down of the two finger just for spite.
Now, while Warren is doing that, the Pixel 4a is
There.
a 5.8-inch device. It has I hear TalkBack sort
The
of.
volume was
Got to turn
very
it
low.
way up.
Lesson 3, talkback menus, global talkback menu, local talkback
That thing
menu,
sounds
can list
distorted.
5
I don't know
items.
if I like those speakers.
Accessibility
Yeah, I'm
volume
not a
set
bit
to
liking that either.
100%.
Yeah, well, because it was up to 100%. Come on, give it a break, man.
Back button, out
Let's
of
see,
list.
3140
Accessibility
milliamp
volume
battery,
set to 80%.
6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G, but that doesn't mean it's 5G, sorry.
No.
And that's probably all anybody cares about. So, yeah, that is the Pixel 4a. Very good. Do you want to try to go through some of the setup real quick? or-
Okay, so,
Language, English, United States button.
ooh, I don't like how that sounds. I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
gonna
that
turn it
speaker's not sounding good at all.
down. Oh, you know why?
Accessibility volume
Because
set
there's
to
a. Let me there's a plastic on it. I bet you that's a distortion. Where the
I
distortion's
won't bet
coming
that
from?
that's what it is, because Google's
Language,
had some
English,
strange issues
United
with
States
speakers.
button.
Well, listen to
Double
it
tap to activate.
now. It sounds better.
Start button. Double tap to activate. Connect to mobile network. If you have a SIM card,
I'm just gonna
insert it
skip
now.
all this.
Skip button. Connect to Wi-Fi.
I just want to go
Connect to
into like
Wi-Fi,
the settings
progress
area
bar,
and
in
all
list
of that.
4 items.
Uh,
Back button. Skip button. Alert skip network connection. Continue. Just a sec. Service
Austin says,
updating
let's
app
watch it
timers.
blow up, and he
Date
says,
and
sound
time.
is cracking.
Just
Yep,
if needed.
Austin's
Next
got it.
button. Double tap to activate.
Ah, come on, don't
Google
poo-poo my
services.
stuff, bro.
Google services in list
Now,
9
just
of
to my
4
ears,
button.
and I'm not meaning to be unkind,
Accept
is there
button.
quite a bit of a
Double
delay
tap
when
to
you're
activate. Wi-Fi will turn
tapping on those
automatically
items
when your
moving
near
around
high
there?
quality
No.
Is the aptics pretty
Accept
slow?
button.
Because it
No,
sounds
no,
it on here.
Tap
no,
to
it's
activate.
not. It's
Showing numeric password
it's
keyboard.
very
Set screen lock.
It's
Editing,
responsive?
Password, edit
Yeah.
box.
Do-
Double tap
do I
and
need
hold
to-
to long press.
nah.
You can skip all that if you want.
Yeah, you don't have to go through all that.
Editing, password,
I
edit
probably
box.
should skip.
Next button disabled.
You can go through it later, or you can,
Next.
whatever. I don't know.
Delete. 7 4
Just
1.
go back.
Bullet.
I'm just gonna.
1.
Oh,
Bullet.
okay.
1.
I'm just gonna do one.
Hey guys, this pin is 711.
Showing numeric password keyboard. 1. Bullet.
No, it's 1111.
1.
Oh, 1111.
1.
Got it.
Yeah.
Bullet.
All right.
Next.
All right.
Unlock with pixel imprint. Numeric password
No.
keyboard. Skip button.
No,
Just a sec.
you don't want to do. That's the one I would do.
Device unlocked.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have, huh?
Protect is turned on.
Well,
This
that
feature
would have made
protects your
sense to me
device
too,
from
but anyway.
Yeah, so let me.
Updates are
Really, yeah, I should have.
I mean, the pin one I
mean,
would
if
have
you're
let
gonna go
go,
through the
but
struggles
Yeah,
of typing in a pin, then you might
Yeah.
as well set up a fingerprint.
Yeah, we want to see how responsive it is. So,
Search.
so
Apps list.
Kinda
I'm gonna
late
go.
now.
I'm gonna go try the pin. The fingerprint and see how responsive.
Off night light switch. Open settings.
Oh, it has a night light. That's good. In case you get scared in the
Settings.
dark, you need to turn on your night light.
Storage, pen, privacy, location,
Yeah, that's it.
security, play protect.
Okay.
Security, Google Play, find my security update, device, screen lock pin. Double tap to activate. Pixel imprint, tap, screen lock pin. Double device security, heading.
Why am I not seeing
Device
the
admin
fingerprint?
apps, encryption and credential.
Well, you
trust
need to go to. I
agents,
heard the
one app,
pixel
advanced
imprint. That's
screen
the
pinning.
fingerprint.
Encryption and credential. Device admin app, smart lock. Pixel imprint, tap to
there you
set
go.
Oh,
Oh,
there
look
we
at
go.
that magic.
Pixel imprint, re-enter your pin.
Oh gosh,
One.
I shouldn't have.
bullet. One. Bullet. One. Bullet. One.
Austin says, "Let's take the phone and unlock it." Yeah, Warren, do you want to
Unlock
send
All
it
right.
to us?
pixel imprint.
So now here is the
Unlock your
fingerprint.
phone
We're
or
gonna
approved
try that.
devices.
Wow, we have 5 listeners. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Tell you what, this party is
Okay.
just getting started, baby.
Double
That's
tap
right.
to activate.
So here's the
Sensor.
fingerprint.
It's on the back of your phone. Use your index finger. Lift, then touch again. Put your finger on the sensor and lift after you feel a vibration.
Ooh,
Put in
I get to
process
hear it
fingerprint.
vibrate. Cool.
Please
I like
try again.
vibrators.
Partial fingerprint detected. Please try again. Couldn't process fingerprint. Please try again.
What? Couldn't process it.
Fingerprint added.
This doesn't sound
When
good.
You see this
No, no, it's
icon,
done.
Oh,
use your
it's
fingerprint
done.
Okay.
identification or
Should I add another or say it's good?
Well, that's up to
I
you.
don't know. It's up to you how many fingers you want to.
add another.
I'd add all my toes if it was me.
I
don't
usually
know.
add,
Put
you
your
know,
finger on the sensor and lift after you feel a vibration. Couldn't process fingerprint. Please try
oh,
again.
come on.
That's not very
Couldn't
promising.
process
I never had that issue on a
Please try
regular
again.
Pixel.
I was
3.
going to
No,
say,
I
this
know.
Pixel 4a is going beautifully.
Yeah, I would send that thing back to Mama.
All right, it is done. So I'm gonna say done.
Done.
Okay,
Button.
done. That's good. We're
Pixel
done.
imprint. Navigate up button. Double tap.
You want to
to
go into
activate.
accessibility
Security.
settings, see if there's
Pixel
anything new?
imprint,
I
two
doubt it.
fingerprints set up. Smart lock.
No, I think
Gary's
you're right.
OnePlus Nord's looking a good
Settings.
prospect at this
Storage,
point, I'll
pen,
tell you.
Privacy, location,
Yep.
security, accounts, no accessibility. Accessibility.
I
Navigate
I
up
want to
button.
say that the
Double
3S
tap to activate.
probably sounds a little bit better than, but this one feels better than the 3A. It feels a whole lot better. So here's the accessibility.
See, I don't know if to me it would. It has a big square of a camera, but the problem is it only has one camera. So why do they
Yeah.
need a big, huge
Select to
square
speak off,
for
here
one
select
tiny
to
little
talk back
camera?
on, speak items on screen.
I know.
Text to speech output. Display heading. Font size default. Display size default. Dark theme
Default.
off switch.
Default.
Magnification off. Color correction off. Color
Off.
So
enlargement.
just
Large
a
mouse
normal.
pointer. Interaction
It's got a
controls.
strange accent,
Accessibility
doesn't it?
menu. Switch access off controlled.
Yeah, they
Online
always,
off.
like when you're setting
Power
these things
button
up, they do
off,
give you the
off,
best
switch.
voice, don't they,
Auto
Nimmer?
rotate
Yeah.
screen. Touch and hold
Switch
delete.
access
Time to
off.
take action.
Off.
At least though,
off.
it helps you set up
Audio
your
and
stuff.
on-screen. Sound amplifier off. Use headphones. to
Sound
improve
amplifier.
Oh,
Off.
should I turn it
Double
on?
tap
See if
to
that
activate.
makes any difference.
No. That's if you
I
want to
wouldn't
hear
turn it on.
louder in your headphones.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't turn that on.
Yeah,
No,
why?
That should stay
Mono
off.
audio, audio
And
Unless
that-
you wanna
don't
hear
even
your
put
head-
your...
Mono
No.
audio,
No. You
audio
want that all
balance,
off.
Left, right.
Audio balance.
50% audio balance. Seek control.
So it seems like all
Live
the same
text drive
settings that
off,
are in a
reverse
regular
speech
Pixel.
Yeah.
So nothing's new.
Live caption,
Nothing
automatic
is
caption
new
preferences.
here.
Well, do you want to give us your
Hearing
last
aids
impressions
connected.
on it, or is there
Double
anything
tap.
else
Okay, well,
that you think
so
Marco
to
needs
me,
to try? Or
Home screen one of one.
Definitely this feels lighter and
Screen off.
it feels a whole lot, the build.
lighter and
build is-
plasticer?
You hear that plastic back. Nice touch though. It's not bad.
Just tap
I
the
like-
back of it, Warren. Give it a little
Here.
tap. Yep, there's that plastic.
Yeah.
Stop that, bro.
Austin says his Nord will be arriving on Sunday.
Oh
That's
my
very good,
gosh.
Austin.
Oh, very cool.
He likes to insult my stuff, man. Come on,
No,
bro.
I'm not insulting your stuff. I just asked you to tap the back of it so we could all get that lovely sound of the plastic
Yeah,
finish.
plastic. He's not insulting it. He's pee-peeing it. I mean, poo-pooing it.
Oh my.
No, Nimmer, it's not that time yet.
Nope.
So it is good. It's not too. Frankly, I think if one is thinking about, the 3A, I would rather get this 2. The 3A is a whole lot flatter than the 3A. It feels so nice. In the
Is it a
hand.
curved? Are the sides curved, or is it like nice and sort of rectangular, squared
No,
off?
it's just kind of. It
just all
feels
flat.
more like rounded.
Okay, it's got the rounded
it
finish.
feels more rounded. Yeah, it's just it's a nice
But
feel.
the front and back are all flat, right?
Yeah,
Not,
the
glass
back-
itself isn't curved.
No,
Yeah.
it isn't. It's all flat.
See, I think that's boring. I actually think the curves make a phone sexier. Maybe I'm the only one.
Yeah,
I
well,
think some people
I
don't like
think so.
those, but I don't
Yeah,
know. I like,
that's why I've always liked. I don't know. I find
like
that the
curvy
Samsung ones
things,
just
you know?
look really nice and.
yeah, they
I don't
just
know.
feel sexy. I don't
this
know.
is this is all flat. So
They have a nice sexy appeal to them.
if you don't like a flat phone, then definitely this is not for you.
I'll tell you what. The one of the first things I'll be doing on that phone is changing that voice.
Oh, I would too.
Oh, of course.
That is just
definitely,
sheesh.
definitely. Well, this is just like the default voice that comes on.
Yeah, you always get that one.
So it's just natural that one comes on. So, but that's it. It's not a bad phone. It's kind of small, smallish, if you will.
Well, 5.8 inch. That's definitely on the small. Well, yeah, definitely on
Yeah,
the small side.
5.8, 5.8.1 or something like that. But it doesn't feel like it's that even big. But I bet you
Well, the
when
device I've got is going to be a whole lot bigger than 5.8. I can promise you that.
Okay, bring that baby in, Nimmer.
Now you've got my ears pricked up. Yeah, baby.
It's going to be a whole
Now.
lot bigger. No.
Now,
my.
before Nimmer does this, listeners, I have to say something, and Nimmer, you're going to be very happy about what I'm about to say, I suspect. You had me a whole lot jealous last night, my friend. And depending on your experience with this particular device, I haven't said what it is yet. We haven't. I could still be jealous for some time. That's all I'm
Well,
going
I'm
to
going
say.
to go grab it. Right now, it's under my bed, and it took me putting it under my bed to keep me from unboxing it so far.
You got
So
that
I had to do it, Warren. Otherwise, that baby would have been open by now.
pull that
You
from my
think I would have
playbook.
sat here and listened to Warren's
Did you
plastic
put that
toy?
box? Did you put that box under Warren's bed? Is that what you're saying?
You think I would have
Good luck
sat here?
finding it.
Do you think I would have sat here and listened to Warren unbox his plastic toy if that thing was here in my hands?
Jeez.
Well, maybe
Okay, you
Marco,
go get it, Nimmer.
Marco, you want to find the specs so you guys maybe can start going through the specs of this mystery device.
Yeah, Marco, you have the specs.
I haven't got the specs up in front of me at the moment, but give it a moment. We will bring it up. So let's have a look here. Samsung. Let's see
So
what
he
we've got.
revealed it. It's a Samsung
Yeah,
device.
but I haven't said what
Yeah.
it is though.
Yeah.
Just you know, you got to keep
It
people
could be
interested.
an
Could be
A51,
anything.
5G, or A71, 5G, or the M31S, or something like that.
But you
we've
see,
got a bunch of
Warren, if
those.
I reveal the specs, everyone's going to know what the hell we're talking about. So it's a difficult one, this one.
It is a difficult one, but we'll wait for him to bring it out. From
Well, all I'm going to
underneath that
say,
bed.
I'll start off with that it weighs just over 164 grams. It's got a 990 OCT core processor. Ooh.
Yep. In the U.S., we've got a Snapdragon 865 Plus.
Okay, well, obviously it's coming up with the specs here from my part of the world, I suspect.
Yep, that's okay. They're similar
You've got,
enough.
I suspect, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I suspect
This one is-
128.
This one's actually 12 gigabytes of RAM.
Oh, you've got the big mama.
and
That's the mama.
128 gigabytes of storage.
I suspect
Yep.
it's going to have Android 10 on it,
Yes.
Of course.
and it's just a tad over 7 inches. Now, does that give anyone an idea as to what this potential unboxing could be? Oh, it sounds solid. That's a solid box. Ooh.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
I expect that box to be solid for the amount of dollar being paid for on it.
Yes, and it is how much is it? $1,300. Now, in the States, I'm going to tell you about a deal that will give you $1,000 off.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yes.
That's a sweet deal.
So I'm going to open the box, and in the lid of the box, there is another tiny box, and there's a little SIM tray, a SIM opener tool, and then inside that flap, I got to go nice and slowly. I can't do it all quickly. There's a bunch of paperwork. Okay, well, you know what? This is garbage. We're gonna put this to the
I didn't
side.
even bother
Yeah.
about stuff like that.
Paperwork
Garbage.
just goes away. Yep.
Garbage. All right, forget that.
You might have even got yourself a lovely little sticker.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have stickers in there. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
Okay. Got the device here. Oh, no, I'm not going to look at that. Let's actually focus on the rest of this, huh? There's a charger. And I believe it is a 25-watt charger.
Which is what they've had for some time, which is very good. So they're continuing the trend.
Yep. There is a USB to USB-C cable
Very useful.
that sort of comes in a cardboard container. Kind of odd here. Okay. Make sure I don't lose any of this stuff. All right. Then we've got a little box thingy, a little cardboard thing, and I'm not sure that there's anything inside it. Let's open that up and see if there's anything. Samsung, you are very disappointing me this year. Okay.
No headsets.
Not only is there no headset, this is actually even worse. So I'll talk a little bit about this in a second. Let's move on. Otherwise, I'm going to give away this device. I guess I kind of did. It said it's a Samsung.
Yeah.
It's an
Nothing else
A51.
in the box. No, it's not an A51.
No,
It is not
I'm
plastic.
just, I'm just guessing.
Nope. This is all glass, baby. There's nothing else in the box. Everything I said was in the box. There's nothing else. There's no headset.
Oh, come on,
There was a
Samsung. You
little
could do
cardboard piece, had nothing in it. All we've got is that little piece of paper, the charger, and the cable. And, of course, the device itself. So, the device itself has the most biggest camera bump I have ever seen that it basically looks like a squared Lego.
Catch them babies.
It sticks out, but it sticks out about a mile. I mean, if I put it down on a flat surface, it will certainly rock back and forth. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear that thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Got
hear
a
it.
headset on. That thing wobbles like crazy.
Now, for anyone that cares, it's a 108 megapixel camera, apparently, in that big bump.
Oh, that's one of the cameras. I
That's
believe
one
it's
of the
got
cameras,
three
yeah.
cameras in
It
that
has, apparently.
square. 3 or 4, I don't remember. Anyway,
Very good for wide shots. Nimmer, I'm sure you'll be fascinated with that information.
yes. So let's rip off the plastic.
Yep, that's what good plastic deserves.
Yes, that's exactly
I
right.
hear that plastic, bro. I hear that plastic.
Let's see. There's another sticker on the back. I'm going to rip that off. And I guess that's like the serial number or whatever. I don't keep that on. Let's take that off. Bull crap. And let's pick off this sticker on the front. Another plastic little film. Now, it is not a screen protector. There is no screen protector. There is no case. There is literally nothing other than what I mentioned in this device. Except this thing that's at the bottom. Let's pull it out. It is a pen.
Ah.
El Note.
Yep. It is a pen. It has a clicky top, and then it has a little button on the edge of the pen that you can do things with. So that just kind of pops right into the hole. on the bottom. This time it's on the bottom left of the device. I'm not sure why it's on the bottom left. I'm a right-handed person, Samsung. I understand sometimes there are left-handed people, but
Yeah.
I don't understand why this pen is on the bottom left. Anyway,
Now, before you go on, Nimmer, before we give it away completely, it has an S Pen, as you've mentioned.
yes,
It's, of course, Bluetooth enabled.
yes.
Up to 24 hours of battery standby. So that's quite impressive on a standby size. So it's obviously quite a large device we're unboxing here.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
So there is a little plasticky bit along the edge that I'm going to
I'll get
rip
rid
off
of that.
here. And it's kind of a, I don't know why they do that. They kind of a plasticky sticker. And it's a very narrow sticker. All right, got that off. Let's see, is there one along the top? I don't think so.
Oh, this is interesting. Read the Wi-Fi side of it. It only goes up to Wi-Fi AC. It says here AB,
It does go up to
G,
AX, actually.
N.
There's-
AC, and then it says LTE 5G,
No, it does go up to
Bluetooth
AX.
5. Okay, it's not saying that here. That's quite interesting.
Yeah. Probably need to find an updated spec list there.
Do you guys have like the Exynos or is it the Qualcomm one that you guys get in
No,
Australia?
Exynos, I believe.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter, though. It's got Wi-Fi
It wouldn't matter.
AX.
It'll be, yeah.
Okay, it is definitely Wi-Fi AX. There's other spec lists. Now the device itself, it does have a stainless steel top and bottom and little edges. So the edges are stainless steel.
Now, the other thing in the device, of course, for anyone that is interested, 4,500 milliamp battery,
Yes.
which is a decent battery. Wow.
Now, if you get the bronze color, which apparently everybody seems to like,
Ah,
it does also have a matte back. So if you prefer to have a matte back, which makes the device easier to grip and just generally takes away fingerprints, it will have a matte back. Okay, so this is the Note 20 Ultra, for anybody who wants to know what it is.
Bring that baby home to Papa.
thank you. Thank you.
Yep, Austin did get it right. He said it's a Note
Yeah.
20 or Note 20 Ultra. No, this one's all glass. If I tap it, no plasticky here. It's all glass. Glass front, glass back. In fact, it's got 2 layers of glass on each side, and it's the strongest glass Samsung's ever put in a smartphone.
Pretty mama.
There, I just sounded like Apple, but it's I couldn't help it. It is glass, the Gorilla Glass. They call it Victus, apparently, but basically it's Gorilla Glass 7. They just started putting a name to it. All right, let me describe the shape of the device, and then I'll turn it on and see what happens. So I did mention that big, pretty much a Lego camera. Definitely the biggest camera bump I've ever seen on the smartphone by a long shot.
It has got a lot of cameras, though. I'm looking at all the camera
does.
specs here. So it's, yeah.
The top of the device does have the SIM tray. I can feel it. It is there. And it does have a microphone hole. The right side of the device, if I'm holding it with the screen towards me, it has a volume bar on the top, and it has a little power button along right below that volume button. And then there's nothing else. And then along the bottom edge, on the right, there's a little hole. I'm guessing that is a microphone hole. There's a USB-C port. There is a speaker hole. And then next to that is where the S Pen would go into. And there's a little slot for the S Pen. The left side has absolutely nothing along the left side.
No Bixby buttons.
No Bixby buttons.
Does this
No, the
baby come
Bixby
with a
buttons
Bixby or
went-
no?
It does
No,
come
the
with
Bixby,
Bixby.
it does, but the Bixby
Okay.
button left after the S10 Plus. It was only on the one phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
The device feels very rounded, very, very rounded.
Yeah.
Sort of like maybe an iPhone 6 or 7 or
Mm.
so, I don't know. But anyway, very rounded. The screen is actually curved on the front and on the back, and there's just a little sliver of an edge. It's not a big edge at all. The top edge and the bottom edge is flat. So the one on the Galaxy S20 series is sort of rounded. This one is flat. I could lay it on a table and probably balance it. Now let's see if I can actually balance it. Yep, it's balanced. It's balanced. Now I wouldn't want to keep it that way. It would certainly fall over, but it does kind of balance. So it's a flat top and a flat bottom. All right.
So I'm assuming that the bezels are pretty much gone then, Nimmer.
Yes, pretty much gone.
Yeah.
On the top, there's a speaker, but you can't. The slot is. You have to run a nail across it to actually feel where the slot is. It's very, very. It's a minuscule slot where that is, kind of, and it's in fact it's almost covered up by the rim of the flat metal top that I mentioned. Um, yeah. All right. So I'm going to hit the power button and see. Now, if anybody has any questions on this device as I go along, please let me know. Actually, let's compare them real quick to my Galaxy S20, shall we? I have the Plus version. The Note is definitely more rounded, I would say, and the edge, there's a little bit less of an edge, seems like to me, on the Note. On the Galaxy, you can kind of feel the separation a little bit more. On the Note, it's very, very rounded off. It feels very, very nice. The camera on the Galaxy, the camera is a good deal smaller, and it does not protrude anywhere nearly as much as what it does on the Note. The Galaxy is lighter. I can certainly feel it lighter in my hand as compared to the Note. And when I put them side by side, the Note is definitely wider, but not by much. Maybe 2 millimeters, really not much wider. But it is a bit taller, for sure. Probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 millimeters taller. It's hard to measure these things. I'm sure that if you look up specs, they will tell you exactly what the measurements are. But not that much wider, certainly taller, though. And especially with the curved edges, it really doesn't feel much wider at all. All right. So now let's turn this baby on. And
Turn
see
that
what
baby
happens.
on, shall
Hopefully
we?
it does have some power. Oh, I felt
Now, the one thing I
vibration.
will be interested to see is what the speakers sound like. Definitely.
Find out. From what I'm hearing, the speakers are supposed to be quite good according to the reviews, but you never quite know these things, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Samsung will begin to talk to us if this thing ever boots up.
I'll give it some
Usually-
time to
It
go through
usually will
its
start
thing.
to talk to us, I think.
Music for everyone. Available free and with premium. Let's go. English. Start button. Emergency call button. Accessibility button. Double tap to activate.
One thing I will say
Accessibility volume 100%.
is this device has the best stereo separation out of any device I've ever heard. Just listening to it, and I'm listening to it through headphones now because I've got headphones on when I'm doing this review. But even through the headphones, I can tell you it's got the best stereo separation
Accessibility button. Let's go.
out of any device that I have ever seen.
Let's go. Accessibility.
Let's go into the accessibility menu
Showing item
and just
1
see
of
what
1.
there is.
Accessibility collapsed using one function. Screen reader gets spoken audio guidance and
So we've got the screen reader.
Screen reader. Voice assistant on switch tutorial. Double speech rate 20 30%, 30 40%.
Let's turn up that speech rate a little bit. I'll try not to turn it up too much, otherwise that's going to annoy me.
Quick typing. Use the Samsung keyboard and the keypad by tapping keys once. Off switch.
I'm going to turn that
Double
quick
tap to
typing on.
activate. On.
Otherwise, that will drive me absolutely nuts.
Settings. When voice assistant is on, your phone provides spoken feedback to help when voice assistant.
Okay, so this is voice assistant.
Quick type setting.
Let's see what we can dig into settings.
Navigate setting. Verbosity. Shake for continuous reading.
Verbosity.
Speak passwords. Read each character aloud as you enter your password. Read caller ID aloud. On. Switch. Feedback. Vibration feedback. Off. Switch. Sound feedback. 50% of accessibility. On. Sound feedback.
Let's turn that sound feedback off. I don't want it. It's annoying.
Focus on speech audio. Off. Switch. Navigation. Header. Focus. Single tap active. Single tap navigation bar. Quick menu.
Let's see. I'm just going through really quick to see if there's anything new.
Yeah.
Others. Header. Keyboard short. Light sensing. Dark screen with side key. Status bar information. Developer option. Developer
All
options.
right. Doesn't seem like anything's really new.
There's something interesting that I heard there, though. The shake to continuous read is there.
Oh, it's been there for a long
Yeah.
time. It's never
Yeah, that's
I
been
know
around for a
it's
while.
been
Always
gone
been
from TalkBack, but I'm surprised it's there.
Yeah.
Well, you know, voice assistant usually does run an older version of TalkBack.
Yeah.
And you know
that's
that the most disappointing thing about voice assistant is that I reckon it's one of the biggest opportunities missed by Samsung because they could have potentially had a really good screen reader there, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Got a lot of good functionality that's they've just missed out on, I reckon.
Austin wants to know if the S Pen can be used by a TalkBack user. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can use it for some of the air gestures we'll talk about. You can also use it to activate items on screen. If you just hover over the screen, it will speak what's under the S Pen. So you can
Oh, that's really nice.
certainly use.
It's really good also, and I think you're going to touch on it at some point, Nemo, read the playback when you're in
Yes,
a
you
music
can play
app,
and pause
backwards
music.
and
You can
pause.
take
And
photos with it. You
It's
can
awesome.
skip tracks and rewind
Yep.
tracks.
it's
Yes,
very
certainly.
useful.
Visibility enhancement. Interaction and dexterity. Enhance or replace touch interactions and other controls. Installed services for about accessibility. Installed services for services.
Let's see what installed services
Installed
there are.
Installed device help off. Installed services not device help off. AT&T Smart Wi-Fi. Live transcribe. Your phone companion.
Okay,
Your
so
phone
a bit of junk. Let's go
not
back.
Visibility and screen reader. Interaction and dexterity.
Go in here, interaction and
Assistant menu.
dexterity.
Show universal switch. Off assistant interactions header. Answering and ending calls. Touch settings header. Touch and hold delay. Short tap duration. Set ignore repeated touches. Set a time within which to ignore repeated touches. Off ignore repeted
So,
touches. Mouse and
I
There
do
definitely
like that
seems to be some
area.
changes in
Yeah,
here.
there are there. I
Click
like
after
those new
stops.
functions
Click
there.
Off click after sticky keys.
Yeah.
You press slow keys. Off slow key. Bounce keys. Set off bounce.
That's really
off
nice
bounce
though, because
keys.
it's kind of trying to adapt
Back,
to
not in-
people with different
Accessibility.
dexterities, and
Showing
I
item
think
one
that's
of
really
one.
good.
Yeah, definitely seems to be some enhancements in there, and we can always check those out at a later time. I'm just kind of going through here real quickly.
Visibility enhancement.
Visibility enhancements. Let's see.
Accidental touch protection. Accidental touch protection. First item. Your drag lock icon to dismiss. Last item.
Oh, okay.
Accidental touch. Your drag lock.
Hello. Well, I can't seem to get rid of that.
Screen turned off.
That's interesting.
Screen turned
All right.
High contrast fonts. Adjust
There we
colors
go.
and clarity. Visibility enhance. Colors and clarity. Header.
So we
inlist.
can do things
High
with
contrast
high
fonts.
contrast.
Adjust the color. High contrast keyboard. Change the
Contra-
keyboard size and
contrast
colors to improve
keyboard.
visibility. Off. High contrast. Show button shapes. Show buttons with color. Color inversion. Off. Color adjustment. Adjust the
Actual color inversion.
lens. Add a color filter. Remove animations. Remove size and zoom. Header. Magnifier window. Off. Magnification. Large mouse slash font size and screen zoom. Screen zoom. Last item. Back.
So a good amount of
Neat.
accessibility settings.
That's not bad at all.
Interaction and
And there, I'm sure will be more once we actually get through the setup. So,
Yeah.
but that is, those are the accessibility settings.
Samsung
Well,
setup
as I
wizard.
said before, the Samsung speech is, I still think it's a
Now I did pull
Damn
out the
shame.
S Pen just for Austin, and I'm just hovering the S Pen over the screen,
Emergency call button.
and it's reading
Double tap to
as
activate.
I'm moving
Start
my.
button. Let's go.
So I'm gonna find Let's Go, and I'll just double tap it with the, or not double
Drag
tap
lock
it.
icon to dismiss. Your phone is being protected from accidental touches. Keep the top of your phone clear to prevent this from happening.
I don't know, it's blocking it, but
Drag lock icon to dismiss.
all right. Let's see here.
Screen turned off. Screen turned on. Samsung setup wizard.
Maybe my hand. We'll turn that off once we actually log in.
Let's go.
All right. So as I said, as I hover my finger
Drag
over
lock
the
icon
S
to
Pen,
dismiss.
It will speak exactly what's under my my hand, which is quite good. And I
Samsung
can
set
just
up
double
wizard.
tap to act,
Let's
or
let's
not
go.
double tap, but
English.
single tap. I keep
Let's
saying
go.
double tap to activate what is under
English. Start button.
my finger. So
Insert SIM card to access network services. Check out some info to get started. Checking for additional language content. Check out some info. Not check. Terms and conditions. Check.
we'll check the terms and
Terms and
conditions.
Details.
And
Not
I
check.
don't know that
Privacy
we need to
policy.
necessarily
Check
go through this,
Check.
but
You could just
Details.
skip to the
One.
home
Not
screen
check. Sending
if
a
it
valid.
lets you.
well, no, I'm going to actually end up setting the device
No, you're
up.
going to
But
set it up.
One.
But
Not check.
the good thing, though, about that S Pen for people listening, Nimmer, is that you literally, once you reach a point that you want to reach, you just tap that thing on the screen and off you go. There's no
Settings. Showing
Yep,
items.
that's
there's
correct.
no mucking around. It's pretty cool.
King Bob guest. Showing up King Bob. Enter password. Enter
Hello,
password.
King
Enter
Bob.
box in list 4 items. King Bob. Symbols not in list.
And it even works with the keyboard. So right now I'm just moving it around the keyboard.
A.
And if I find a letter I want to type,
C X Z S X D dot
I just type it.
Delta S dot D S dot A dot
Very, very precise.
dot M backspace dot 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 deleted dot 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 deleted.
Very, very, very
So
precise.
are you just like clicking the top of the S Pen?
No, I'm just tapping
No,
it
no,
to the
he's
screen.
tapping it. So literally, once you're above the letter that you want to type, you would normally double tap on, you just tap on that letter and bang, it's in.
Got it.
Done.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Done. Keyboard hidden. Back not in list.
I
Back.
don't want King Bob. But anyway, let's see. Does anyone have any questions?
Insert your screen turned off.
Pop in the S Pen, and then I'll probably go through that setup later. But I think that's pretty good for a good unboxing.
The only main question that we've got in recent times is from Austin, can it be used by TalkBack, which I think you've already read, and that's the last
Yes,
question
it
we've
can
got
be
in there
used
at
by
this point.
TalkBack. Yep, you can use it. It does not come with TalkBack by default. You have to install it from the Play Store, or as you're going through the setup, you have to install it. Or if you have it installed, it should automatically install itself. But other than that, yeah.
Well, the easiest thing to do when you're in the setup for the first time, and as I said, the Samsung speech is perfectly fine. Just do the setup, get yourself up
Exactly,
and running,
and
and
just
then
change it.
install it. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm definitely a fan, at least my first impressions. Definitely seems like a device that I can live with. Definitely seems to be responsive.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Speakers
ask.
from-
How's the responsiveness? Is it good?
Yeah, speakers from what I can tell sound pretty decent. Now, I have headphones on, but the stereo separation, even with headphones on, sounds really good. I won't know until I start blasting some music out of it.
Well, you would hope that the separation would be pretty decent because it's a damn big
It is a large
device. So
device.
you'd hope it'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
King Bob guest in list.
Now, how is the heft? Nimmer, does it feel nice? And I like
Well, it
heavy
says it's
fonts,
160 odd. It says it's 160 odd grams, so I can't imagine it's going to be too heavy.
I like
Back, last item.
fonts with a heft. A little.
Oh,
feel.
well, your Pixel 4a for a person who likes heft is not heavy, so I don't know what to tell you
Well,
about that.
we're not talking. I'm just asking. Does it have?
This Note is one of the heavier devices out there.
I
It's
love
going to
it.
have to have a bit of weight
It
because
does
love
have
it.
some
yeah.
weight to it. It's not,
Yeah.
it's not uncomfortable if you like bigger phones. If you don't like bigger phones, this is not the phone for you.
And most of the Samsung devices, like the S10s, the S20s, they're all around about the same weight anyway. They're
Yeah.
150, 160 odd grams.
Now, I will say, just do a little quick comparison between this device and the Note 20. Now, the Note 20, if you're looking to get a device, is essentially the same as the Note 20 Plus, except it's got a plastic back. Screen isn't quite as good. It doesn't have the 120 hertz refresh rate. The screen itself is only 1080p. So not quite as good of a screen. Still good though, and if you're using accessibility, it makes no difference at all. The processor is the same. The LTE modem's the same. I would guess the speakers are probably similar enough, although with a bigger device, you'll probably get a little bit more sound out of the bigger device. It is a little bit smaller, but when you hold it in your hand, I doubt that you're really going to notice a huge difference. They're both pretty large devices, and they both have the S Pen. Again, the biggest difference. Oh, and I think the It has a little bit different camera setup. But again, for accessibility, you're going to get a really decent device. You're not going to notice any big major issues if you go with that device. It is a little bit cheaper. So it just depends. And, there are benefits to plastic. And that is, probably a bit more sturdy if you slam it into the ground. And also the plastic is just all flat. This one is rounded. The plastic one is all flat. So if you prefer just a flat screen, that might be the one to go for. The other thing is here in the States, at least with AT&T, and I know that Samsung has their own trade-in promotions if you have another Galaxy device. Stan Bobbitt's asking about that $1,000 deal.
Yeah.
When you're using AT&T, for instance, you can trade in an older device and you will get $1,000 in credits. Now, they come over a period of either 30 months or they may choose to send you a gift card. And so it's not right away that you get this credit. However, if you're willing to deal with that, you can pretty much get a Note 20 Ultra for $300. And I can promise you this $300 device is going to be better than any $300 device you could possibly imagine buying. And that includes the OnePlus Nord. Sorry, Austin.
Don't go there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So, and then with even with Samsung, let's say you chose to, well, you could buy it from AT&T on Samsung's site as well. But let's say you chose to buy it from Samsung directly and you chose to buy it unlocked. Their trade-in program is actually very good. I believe if you trade in a Samsung S20 Plus, or rather an S10 Plus, I believe, or a Note 10, you will get something close to $650 back.
That's
Well,
not
I
bad
can
at
tell
all.
you, Nima, that I can, and I'm just having a look here. As you were talking, I was just having a look for our Australian listeners at the prices. So for 1,999 Australian, I can get the 256 8GB Ultra with a trade-in from my S10 Plus, which is $900. I can then get it for just on or around $1,000. And I'll tell you what, that's not a bad deal. $1,000 Australian, what's that, about $700 odd US?
No, it's a great deal, and you
That
won't
is
be
an
able
awesome
to sell
deal.
your older device for that much, even if you
Absolutely not. No,
tried. You
That's
wouldn't be able
definitely
to sell
not.
that
Yeah.
older device for that.
Nope.
So
No.
I strongly, normally I'd say hold off, see if the price drops, and it probably will. But the problem is that you won't get those trade-ins if you wait. And so if you want to get those really good trade-in deals, because they will go down as time goes on.
the
If you wanna
price
get
will
those
definitely
good trade-in
drop.
deals,
Yeah, but the trade-ins won't last. No way.
exactly. And so even if the price drops a bit, you won't get those trade-ins. So and I don't know if we're going to see a $300 Note 20
No.
Ultra anytime soon.
No way.
So if you're looking for a decent device and you're willing to deal with the trade-ins or whatever the hoops that you might have to jump through with the different providers and wherever you're at, yeah, go for it. And this is all 5G future-proof, as future-proof as a phone can be at the moment. Definitely recommend you go for it.
And just to mention for the Aussie listeners out there, the prices I quoted were for the 5G option as well. You can get it actually for $150 less if you don't want the 5G. So theoretically,
we don't
if
even
you
have that option here in the States.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
We
you
can get
guys
it-
have
we can
just
get
an LTE one.
we have an LTE version which is not $150, $200 cheaper than the 5G. So you're paying an extra 200 Aussie for the 5G perk.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. So, but I think
mean,
if you
this
want to
thing
get a
may go
5G
down-
phone, that is damn reasonable. $1,000 Australian for an
And I wouldn't
absolute,
say
well,
just
looks
a 5G
like a great
phone.
phone.
I would say the best 5G phone on the
Yeah,
market.
absolutely. Now, obviously, on Sunday when we have our proper show, Nima will have had this phone for a few days.
Yeah, so
And we'll be able to
provide
update a
little
bit further on
feedback
that.
and maybe do
Yeah.
a couple more demos or something. But yeah,
Definitely.
certainly, this is an unboxing extravaganza. Both Warren and I unboxed something. What do you have to unbox, Marco?
Well, Nima, you know what? I left mine under the bed as well because it's a box. And I haven't actually got it handy, and I can't even find... Warren, can you rustle something? You're good at rustling. Just rustle something, will you, damn it? I was
love
going to
it.
bring along with me
Oh,
a
there you
lovely
go.
box
Thank you.
of Tim Tams. That was going to be my contribution to this unboxing session, but I actually completely forgot the Tim Tams. So.
That's okay.
And for you US listeners, you wouldn't have probably had Tim Tams except for Nimmer. I
have.
know
I
Nimmer's
have
had
no
Tim
clue what
Tams.
that is.
Oh, they're beautiful. Love.
Yeah,
It
they're
was what you
excellent.
call real
Sorta like
chocolate.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Not American chocolate. Sorry, Americans. Not American chocolate. Real chocolate. Beautiful. Anyway,
Interesting.
that's in my cupboard.
Well, this will be wrapping up the unboxing, but if you guys have any questions for us, please send us an email, anatadpodcast@gmail.com. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the podcast. Anatadpodcast.com is the website. Like our Facebook page, like us on Twitter @Anatad Podcast. I think the Facebook page is called The Anatad Podcast.
No, Facebook's just Anatad.
Okay.
So it's
It shows up
Anatad
here
on Facebook.
StreamYard as The Anatad Podcast.
Oh,
for some
okay.
reason,
No, well, it's
so-
just Anatad and Anatad Podcast on Twitter.
Yes.
Yep.
And if you guys have any questions about this device that you'd like to see answered, please send those along, and we'll be sure to do that. Thank you guys for your time, and we'll see you guys next time.
bye guys, and keep them plastics coming through. It's a good
And
thing.
I'll say goodbye to everybody, and we'll catch you on the weekend.